Am I the butthole for not letting my sister come to my wedding? Being only 1 year apart, I, 25 female, have always had a pretty good relationship with my sister. I met a guy named Jay, not real name, 4 years ago. We've instantly connected, started dating quickly. He's an amazing person and I couldn't be happier. He's Korean, born there and moved in this country when he was a child. My parents had no problem with it, but my sister started making jokes every time he was around, joking about him eating dogs, having small genitals, being made out of rice and pretty much all that racist stuff. I've tried telling her it was racism and non-acceptable, but she's always saying it's just a joke, and telling me I was terrible for calling her a racist. Jay always told me not to get mad or yell because he didn't want to cause any problems. Didn't want me to speak for him. So I didn't, but at the same time, I'm always angry whenever that happens. Anyways, we've announced our engagement lately. We're getting married next month. My family was very happy for me, his family too. Now, my sister is supposed to be my bridesmaid. But the more the wedding approaches, the more comments my fiancé is getting. Lately, she's been telling us how worried she was that the ceremony is going to be an Asiatic bullcrap and we're all going to catch COVID-19 due to my in-laws coming. Also, I've learned she told Jay to try to get his eye bigger for the pictures, and she even told me I could always change my mind and marry a real guy. Last night, I talked to Jay and asked him about his feelings. He confessed that, obviously, he was getting tired of the racists' comments. It was my cue to act, as I also was getting more and more upset and also frustrated to watch him get insulted without doing anything. So I called my sister and told her that the only way she was coming to the wedding was if she stopped her racist comments and apologized to my fiancé. She refused and acted as if I was the one at fault, yelling at her like that even though she was only joking, etc. I was very tired and told her I'm not inviting her anymore until she changes. Now her and my parents are mad at me for doing that, saying I'm overreacting and shouldn't ban my sister for such an important event. But I'm sick of that and not changing my decision. But Jay told me I shouldn't do that, as it is a bit harsh and would pain my sister. He said it would be mean, so now I'm conflicted. Am I in the wrong? Update: Wow, thank you so much for all the wonderful and so helpful comments. I deeply apologize if I didn't answer, but I read all of them. I did realize how bad of a person my sister is and has always been towards Jay, and I, in a way. I also realize that, since my love and I are planning to start a family, I would never accept any kind of comments towards my child, ever, so I better start reacting now. I talked to Jay and asked him how he would want me to handle the situation, as to make sure my decisions would not harm him. I also explained to him that while he was being extremely nice and an amazing kind person, he was allowed to be mad and that this treatment was not only unfair but also disgusting, and that it also hurts me to see him suffer like this. That he was also part of my family. After having this talk, he agreed on me not allowing my sister to come, and thanked me. I apologized for not doing something sooner. We had a really emotional conversation. I feel like he's really relieved. I am so glad. So I called my sister, in Vizio. I told her that I wouldn't allow a racist person coming to our wedding, that her jokes were just excuses to blatant racism and very hurtful, and that if she had an internal deeper problem with Jay, she could talk to me. But she didn't. She kept going on about how I was terrible and mean and she didn't do anything that bad. I gave her a last chance to make amend, she didn't take it. So now she's definitely not going to our wedding, I've made sure of that. As well as our married life, as long as she doesn't apologize and set things right, she's not allowed near my family. My love is happy and relieved with that decision too, which is the most important part for me. I've also talked to my parents, as recommended, and told them that if they believed she was innocent or had the same point of view as her, they weren't welcome as well. They told me they don't, so I'm allowing them but keeping an open eye, just in case, since I'm still mad at them for siding with her in the first place. I do feel better, and I will definitely be more assertive starting now. I will not allow anything else like this. Also, to the persons asking why I reacted so late to all the racist comments, I did insult and or yell at her a lot of times at the beginning. We've had multiple discussions. But that made Jay quite upset. He later told me he didn't like conflict especially because of him and didn't want me to be mad for him. I told him he was allowed to be mad and not take it, but he didn't want to listen. We've had a long discussion and he asked me to never get angry in his behalf or say something, as it would hurt him. I didn't like it, but after a few more conversations, I felt like he was pretty stoic on this. It of course doesn't excuse the fact that I should have reacted sooner. It's totally on my fault, and I do feel responsible. It's just to give further information. Well, now he knows I won't take it anymore. I hope you all have an amazing day. I'll update again if anything else happened, even if I made myself clear with her. If I should do something more or say something else, please do tell me. I don't want to make any more mistake. Not the butthole. If you don't stand up for your husband now, then when? When the comments about your children start? Will it be okay to joke about your children's heritage? No? Of course it won't be. If your sister can't stop her racist comments, then she has no place in the most important day of your life. And to be clear, you haven't banned her from your wedding. You gave her a choice that she was to be respectful or she was to not be there. She has told you that she will not be respectful, therefore, she has chosen to not attend. Original poster replies. Thank you, I understand your point of view. You're right, it will definitely be something I don't want. How do you think it will reflect on you if your sister goes up to Jay's family and makes these racist comments at the wedding? How would they feel? How would Jay feel? It's insane to me that you let her racism go on this long and have made Jay suffer through it. Right? WTF? You don't let family make racist comments to or about someone you care about. Someone who is brainwashed into keeping the peace because family and don't have words to explain why she is right, like for instance that a joke is only a joke if everybody laughs, if not it's just bullying. Her sister kind of gaslit her the whole time saying it was just jokes. I know the feeling because in the moment you start questioning am I just being a baby about this, like maybe it is just a joke I'm taking the wrong way / taking too seriously? Not saying it was the right thing to do but manipulative people going to manipulate. ETA, especially if you're the only one making a big deal out of something, you sometimes doubt yourself and assume it might not be a real issue if no one else is saying anything. The sister didn't kind of gaslight her saying it was just jokes. Sister can say whatever she wants, but these things were all racist. Jokes about a person's nationality, eyes, genitals, their culture, eating dogs, etc. are all racist stereotypes. Period. No discussion, no it's just a joke, no harm meant, etc. Original poster doesn't say what else this sister says about other people of different nationalities, races, or cultures, but she sounds like a real doozy. How'd she wind up in this family if the parents are so openly accepting of the fiancé? Original poster's sister needs to learn the consequences of her words and actions. You don't insult people about their race, looks, culture, etc. Original poster gave her a choice. Sister wouldn't take the choice seriously and seems to value her own cruelty more, so the consequence is she is out of the wedding and not invited at all. Original poster's parents can't really think this other daughter is acting acceptably or that she wouldn't make trouble at the wedding and insult the groom and his family. Original poster is not the butthole. But wow, you have a big problem on your hands with a sister who is a loudmouth, cruel racist. How is this going to affect your marriage? Original poster's parents need to take this whole situation more seriously and intervene with sister, or they're abetting a racist, cruel adult child and hurting people, including her new brother-in-law and original poster who loves this man. That's a good point of view. I see what you did there, laughing out loud. To be frank, she did try to stop it but the fiancé told her to let it be. Married into an Asian family. Peace at all cost, never fight in public is the rule of the day. Doesn't mean it is healthy. Educated guess, she'll say ooh, everyone back up, we don't want to get COVID. Or I'm sorry, original poster didn't think to cater any dog for you. Source, I'm Asian American. I have a guess too. Original poster's sister waves her hand in front of Jay's family's face. Can you see me? I have a guess too. Go back to China being part Korean, that would be the go-to insult for anyone making fun of me. Jokes on them, I'm for CA. Those are the kind of moments that can overshadow the happiness of the day. Sis gets drunk and starts telling loud jokes. Yeah, there's zero chance they get through the day without the sister showing her entire butt. Can you imagine original poster and Jay are trying to take pictures and she's behind the photographer sneering about his eyes not being open enough? Or she meets Jay's grandparents and asks what breed of dog is their favorite to eat? She will absolutely ruin this wedding because even though she hasn't outright said it, She clearly doesn't want original poster marrying Jay because has South Korean. Yeah, original poster is honestly a huge off for not standing up for Jay and letting her sister abuse him for so long. Why would you even invite her to the wedding in the first place? And she even told me I could always change my mind and marry a real guy. Imagine talking about the groom like that and then being shocked you're not invited to the wedding. Yeah, I can't imagine being around someone who makes constant racist comments about anyone, let alone someone I love and plan on marrying. My partner is part Mexican. If someone made derogatory comments about him/Mexicans like that, they'd never see me again. Life is too short to put up with racists and subject someone you claim to love to that type of abuse. Next time her or your parents say it is a joke, tell them it's a racist joke and you will not tolerate it. Ask them, since it's all just a joke, if it would be okay to make a social media post of sister's greatest quotes and tag in all their friends and her employer. Then after they calm down, ask them why it's okay for her to say that crap to his face that they wouldn't want repeated in public. This is when you say, "It's a joke? I don't get it. Explain it to me." And then you wait. This is the best line to anyone who wants to make someone aware of how awkward their comment is. "I don't get it. Can you please explain it?" is a magical phrase I've used in workplaces and even in the club. Use it freely because there are very few ways you can get in trouble having someone explain why they are the butthole. Definitely do this. I had a racist Facebook message once after I jokingly replied to their comment, to the tune of "maybe try watching the whole thing?" Took a screenshot, and commented it on all his listed family's posts, employer's page. Didn't take long before his mom messaged me to please stop, "That's my son, you're doing this too." Steve Rogers face: "No, I don't think I will." Well, Mom, maybe if you'd raised a better man this wouldn't be happening. Screw mothers who defend crafty sons. Post it on here, we could try and make it go viral. Seriously. I teach kindergarten and kindergarteners can get the concept of a good joke is fun for both people. If you think it's funny and the other person is sad or mad, then you are being mean. I have seriously heard kindergarteners rattle off that entire sentence verbatim because I drill it into them so hard. If a 5-year-old can get it, so can grown-but adults. "I was just joking" is the oldest line in the book for people who are being abusive. Oz. I almost read this out loud to my significant other. I know we're not in just no-so, but this is apparently a difficult concept for my 40-year-old husband. And he tells me I don't have a sense of humor and there's something wrong with me because he's never heard me laugh really hard. But constantly, as in all day long, he makes jokes at my expense / to make me upset. Meanwhile, from people I have just met to lifelong friends, if you ask them to describe me, the first thing most people would say is that I'm funny. I'm genuinely worried that by the time my 2-year-old daughter can understand, she will either A, make fun of me all the time, 2, or B, think that making fun of people is okay. Sorry for the tangent, your comment made me really think about it. I'm in tears typing this because I don't think I've ever told anyone any of this. This is lovely. The perfect explanation for what a joke should be. With all due respect, this blatant racism should have been stopped 4 years ago. Please show this post to your parents and sister because the 3 of them are horrible. Your sister is an angry racist and it's partly because your parents have condoned it. Not the butthole unless this is still allowed to continue in the future. You will be the butthole if you allow this to go any further. With all the hate crimes occurring towards Asian Americans and Asians in general, original poster should not back down on this one. She's marrying a man of Korean descent and needs to be an ally against racism. Not the butthole as long as she holds firm for not only the wedding, but also the future. This crap has to stop for all minorities. Jay sounds like a wonderful man, but perhaps too polite for his own good, so it's great you stand up for him when he doesn't feel comfortable doing so. Does your sister make these racist comments just around your immediate family or in front of others? Imagine her at the wedding saying those terrible things in front of your guests. Instant chaos. You are not the butthole for calling her out and expecting civil behavior if she attends the wedding. In fact, you are more forgiving than I am. I would have already told her she was dead to me, cut her from my life, and never spoken to her again. Your parents are pretty awful as well to not have totally taken your side and to see her behavior as so far beyond the pale they should be threatening to disown her. I hope they don't secretly harbor her racist feelings. On the other hand, You have had plenty of practice now dealing with the racism than most mixed race couples have to put up with. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and you are building the strength to help your marriage survive into the future no matter what is thrown at you. Well, I guess Jay got used to it and doesn't want to make a fuss. I'm not saying it's right, cause it's not, but as minority you usually get used to it or go over it, especially in the English-speaking country. He definitely didn't want to be a reason for original poster to argue with her family. However, yeah, I would cut it ages ago. This is pure racism, and I wouldn't be surprised if original poster's parents think the same as the sister but don't have enough courage to say anything. Anyway, they are enabling her behavior, and that's not okay. She would say stuff to Jay's family. And if she will not change, she would talk to your children like that too. Today everything is a joke or a prank when you do something that is not easily acceptable. At least that's what they call it. Is it funny for both people? No? Only for one person? So that's either lame joke or bullying. Original poster, you're not the butthole, and please, 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 don't let Jay suffer in silence anymore. It's the Asian culture. Don't stir trouble. Doesn't mean we like it. Not the butthole. I probably wouldn't invite my parents either. This isn't a situation of your sister not knowing she's making insensitive comments. She's a racist. I have a sister I didn't invite to my wedding, and I have no regrets. You did say she could attend if she apologizes. Sounds reasonable. Original poster replies. Thank you for your answer. I agree with the other post. Ask your sister if they're just jokes. You have no problem me posting your jokes on social media, crediting her and tagging her friends and her co-workers for them to share in her jokes. If she pushes back, just say they're just jokes, right? You're absolutely right to keep her away from your wedding because she will undoubtedly insult your in-laws and it will cause drama at your wedding. If you don't stand up for your fiancé, now then when does it end? That is brilliant. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.